You are live, sir.
Alright.
Give us an introduction.
So, my boy over here decided he wanted a deck profile for my dinosaur because,
you kind of spanked, man.
kind of went nuts on him, and he said he had some other dino players that he wanted to show this profile off to. So, I'm Dakota. I've been coming to +1 for a couple years, but
a couple years more than me.
Yeah, but it's kind of tough environment. So let's go ahead and get into the deck profile. We're obviously running the 3 of OE Raptor. OE Raptor best card in the deck. Straight up, just best add, best, normal summon, best everything.
Give me a second.
We play the 1 of Miscellaneous Saurus for obvious reasons. Keeps your cards alive, and or searches for the Archosaur, all that other fancy stuff. Play 1 of the Giant Rex. You only need 1. You really only search him in need-be situations, or you special him, or you just ditch him in the graveyard and keep the plays going and keep the plays live. I run 2 Babysaurs and 1 Petite because if your Babysaurus gets banished, let's say by called by or something like that, you still got the Petite to protect or to run off of, because it is a different name and it is still same kind of effect.
Get that baby lock in there.
Yeah, baby lock's fun. So we run obviously the double Archosaur. Archosaur's best, like special summon off of Miscellaneous Saurus. You only have to banish Miscellaneous Saurus for the Archosaur, so it winds up becoming pretty great for a grind game. But his after misc, it doesn't matter. They're gonna have to let it go off anyway because it's unaffected. So like they can't ask you, none of that stuff. So moving on, we've got for the high level boys, we've got 1 Pankratops. Pankratops obviously is limited to 1 for obvious reasons, but he's also really good in this deck for also obvious reasons. He's a great fucking pop. He literally just keeps it going. We run the double of Ultimate Conductor. You only really need 2. 3 feels like a brick. 3 feels like a brick. You've got more room to grow. You've got more room to play around with the deck once you've got 2. If you open 1, you can just use 1. Or you can just use the Big Evo for bait and still be able to pop or set down 1. Or if you get the 2 off, you just get the 2 off and you just team roll every deck. Onto the hand traps. We run 3 of the Ash Blossoms. Obviously, we run 3 of the Gammas. And we run 1 driver. Obviously, this is just simple layout at this point. Like most decks are running just hand traps like that. Some people are main decking Nibiru. I choose not to. We still have 2 small engines running in the deck. We've got the Scrap Engine, which goes with 1 Golem, 1 Chimera, double Scrap Raptor. Also fun for the baits because even though they don't, or Scrap Golem, Scrap Chimera doesn't get protected by the Miscellaneous Source, it's still fun to block them out. We play the 1 of Lithogem. He is literally +1,000,000 in this deck. If you're going first and you open Double Baby and a Lithogem, you literally just plus everything. If you open any of your level 2s with him, you just plus everything because he destroys from hand, he destroys from field. Really fun. On to the traps. The only 3 traps we play is triple copy of Impermanence. Impermanence is best for, going second, going first. It doesn't matter. It's just Impermanence. We play the 1 of Terraforming, the 1 of Dragonic Diagram, the double of Lost World. The Dragonic Diagram's obviously to search for the Lithogen, the Lost World's obvious dino plays, and the Terraformings to search either or. Like, if I ever open Lost World, I'm just terraforming for the diagram, going off the diagram first to get the Lithogen to literally +1,000,000 off of it. We play the 1 of Harpy's Feather Duster, the 1 of Called By. Obviously, Harpy Feather Duster, back row hate. Called By for the obvious Ash, Drone Lock, stuff like that, just to try to keep things fair and keep things going. So being as I'm not playing the DPE package, I do run the double Pot of Extravagance. Eventually these are going to get replaced with Prosperities when they either get reprinted and dropped or we keep on going. One way or another, they're going to get replaced. I do run the 2 of Evo pills because of UTC or UTC special. Always fun, always good. Best way or best bait in the game, to be honest with you. And then double fossil dig. Obviously, search the dinos. Dinos make plays. That's it for the 40 card main deck. Let's get on to the extra deck. So the extra deck for the XYZs, we play one of Logia and one of Dolka. The reason why you play one or you play both of them is because in some situations you have to pop down the Logia. For some situations you gotta pop down the Dolka. If you pop both down, 9 times out of 10, your opponent's gonna scoop. Not even gonna lie to you. We play the 1 of Tornado Dragon, obviously for back row hate. We're playing dinos. We're going second. We hate the back row. We hate the Mystic Mine. We hate all that shit. We play the one. I play the 1 of Dugaris. A lot of people are telling me to cut the 1 of Dugaris for Abyss Dweller. I like the Dugaris. I don't go into it very often because 9 times out of 10 it's either extra gone because of extra or it's prosperity bait. So if you go into it, it's fine. You can get the draw. You can get the draw. Just skip next draw phase if you feel like you can get OTK, or if you feel like you can't get OTK and you need to make a bigger board, you can just get the special for that. We play the 1 of Zeus. Zeus is always fun. If you run any kind of XYCs, 9 times out of 10 you're running the Zeus.
I gotta get that before I leave.
So we play the 1 of Borload Savage, obviously, because link bag is extra deck. It'd be great, or it's great to grab anything that's already dead, or if you go into the scrap engine first before you synchro into Savage, you get him for the +2 off the scrap dragon.
Hey, better subscribe.
Play the 1 of Chaos Ruler.
I live in NKY. Continue that.
I play the 1 of Chaos Ruler. Chaos Ruler's always fun. He's one of my tech spots. To be honest, he can be replaced with something, but I might actually keep him once the deck is done because he can dig for the 5, he can dig for the Ultimate Conductor, the Archosaur, he can dig for the Gammas, he can dig for the actual Oviraptor. It doesn't matter, he digs for just about all your playmakers. We play the 1 of Link Kribo, we play the 1 of Illumirage, we play the 1 of Secure Gardener. This package is pretty standard if you run any kind of level 1s, any kind of low power starting out. This package is pretty self-explanatory. We play the 1 of the Scrap Wyvern for the Scrap Engine. We run the 1 of the Lambda to keep your Gammas live if you make a board. We play the 1 of IP because obvious reasons it's IP. Now the last two are really kind of flavor text. I play the 1 of the Nightmare Unicorn for the spin back on opponent's turn off of the IP Masquerena, and I play the 1 of Appaloosa. The Appaloosa's League 4. It's monster negates, chain negates. Obviously probably going to wind up being an access code at some point in time, and probably is going to wind up being Predaplane Verde for the DPE package when I actually get my prosperities. Onto the side deck. My side deck's different. A lot of people run it different. I run the 3 of Nimbirus for
Of course.
just to keep board floods and everything. If you see a board that's bigger than yours, obviously you want to drop the Nimbir just to keep them from going on. Triple draw and locks. Triple draw and locks. Always try to lock them out of the main deck searches. It's really good against PK. It's really good against any kind of brave package, to be honest, because once they activate the right, you just on resolution draw and lock, and you just lock them out of the rest of their plays.
Token collector too. That was MVP.
Yeah, token. I'm gonna wind up going down to 2 draw and lock and 2 Nibiru, and probably playing 2 token collectors as well.
That hurt me today.
So double twin twisters, obviously. This is mainly for the Mystic Mine setup because I hate Mystic Mine. I don't know about anybody else, but I physically can't stand that card. We move on. I do play the Kaiju package in the side deck, so I play the 1 of Jizakuru, I play the 1 of Dugaround, and I play the double of Interrupted Sleep Kaiju, or Interrupted Kaiju Slumber.
Okay.
Just to be able to board wipe if there's something that I can't get around. Sometimes I see a full board that I just can't get around, and then I just, Kaiju Slumber, if they let it go off, great, clears boards, we both get a Kaiju. If they don't let it go off, I just banish it, find a Kaiju anyway, and then just Kaiju them. Last one is kind of like a tech slot as well. I play the triple Lancia because like a lot of the decks right now are just doing a bunch of banishing. And you know, PK, you know, just all over the place. Flunderies is really bad too. So like you just Lancia Flunderies player, you'll watch him crumble every time.
Bird killer. Call him the bird killer.
And bird killer, man.
All right.
Other than that, I think that's it for this one.
All right. What is your name?
I am Dakota, and this is the dinosaur profile for 20.
Dakota, what is your last name? So when I share this, I can tag you in it after my post ban, of course.
After your post ban.
Hey, here's what you do. You go to YouTube, just share it for me. It's gonna be your deck profile anyway.
Oh yeah, I definitely can.
Yeah, you totally can. The channel's right here.
Hey, if you ever get some merch, let me know, man. I'll come make some up for you.
I got merch. I run campaigns for it right now. This is just the first one. This is literally a tester.
How much you got, or how much you got?
Merch wise, hold on, let me